Hey everybody, how are we today? I'm just about to run out the door to get Drew from school, and I have one more thing left to finish on my face, so I thought I'd do that with you guys on here, and you will also see the difference that it makes to my face. So if you can probably see, I've got my whole face done apart from my brows. Now, brows are a tricky thing for a lot of people, but what you have to remember is that they are sisters, not twins. Okay, so you don't have to worry too much about trying to get them exactly identical, okay, because your brows naturally are not going to be identical. But there are a few things you can do to help you along a little bit. Okay, so if you've not really done much with your brows before, you need to learn about what's called mapping or brow mapping, or go and find yourself an amazing beauty therapist who will shape your eyebrows for you. They will do the mapping for you and shape them. Hey Sadie, how you going? Are you still in Magnetic Island or have you got to Darwin yet? Okay. So we have a couple of options for brows, but I'm obviously going to show you the one that I use. Hey Christine, how are you? Okay, so we do actually have SeneGence, which are these ones here. Obviously they are purely for the brows. They are actually a liquid with, I'll just show you one of them. So it's like a little brush, which is liquid. And on the other end, it's actually got your little brush to brush your brows. This one here. Okay, but purely for the brows. If you're game to actually give it a go with a liquid one. Hey, you're in Cairns. Oh, cool. Cairns is awesome. Bet you're having fun. Okay, so personally, I don't use this one. I use ShadowSense, which I know is a great option for a lot of ladies. And the shadows, as I've said many times, are very versatile. You can use them for so many things on your face. Oh, I'll just go quickly. The 4 colours, the ShadowSense. Okay, we've actually got a light. We have a dark, and we have an auburn, and also a taupe. Okay, so all colours are covered of brows, but you can also do that with the ShadowSense. Okay, so I have got the 4 that I would use for shadow, and I'll show you which one I'm going to use. Hey Carol, how you going? Okay, so we have 2 colours, and these are all great colour shadows for your eyes as well. So if you get any of these, you know, and you're going to be able to use them in your brows, you can obviously also use them on your eyes. So you've got lots of different uses for them. Okay, so Mocha Java and then Smoked Topaz. So they're very similar to the light. So Mocha Java is similar to the light ShadowSense, and then you've got Smoked Topaz, which is similar to the dark. And I find actually that a lot of people suit in their brow these 2 colours mixed together, and I quite often do that on myself. So I use a little palette to mix first. This is my own little one, which goes on one of my fingers. It just sits on there. You guys, if you need to mix anything, can just use like an old DVD or CD. Hey Em, hey JD. Yeah, that's all you need for a palette. You don't need a fancy palette for mixing makeup. An old CD or DVD is fine. Okay, so those 2 colours, and then obviously if you've got those, you're going to be able to use them elsewhere as shadow, as blush, and lots of other things. Liner. Okay, we've also got the Garnet, which is a really gorgeous browny red. Hey Gemma, hey Emmeline. Yeah, it's like a reddy brown, so that's very similar to the auburn colour in the ShadowSense. So for all you auburn or red girls out there, you know, the Garnet suits a lot of you guys. Hey Lourdes, how you going? Garnet for that. Okay, and then we have Rustic Brown, which is similar to the taupe. Really gorgeous darker shade of brown. So if you like that darker look on your brows, Rustic Brown is amazing, and I'm going to actually use that one today. So I switched mine up, you know, sometimes Mocha Java Smoked Topaz, sometimes Rustic Brown. Okay, better do this quickly. Okay, now, hopefully I don't stuff up monumentally on live video, let's see. Okay, but what you should also, another tip, oh, I'll just show you the mapping really quickly. I know we're just doing a really quick one today, but mapping, if you want to know what that is, okay, is you want to know where to place the colour on your brows, okay, and where your brows should be. Okay, so if you go and get them waxed, as I said, by an amazing beauty therapist, they're going to do this for you. Hey Cassie, how you going? Okay, so where your brow should be on the inner, if you put just put a makeup brush like this, this is what I'm going to use, straight up beside your nose and next to your eye, and that point there is the inside of your brow. Okay, and you've got to be looking straight forward when you do this. Okay, then you go next to your nose and go just almost to the edge of your pupil, okay, or sort of through your pupil, and you go up. That point there is where the higher point of your brow should be. If you can see that, that's where mine is. And then here is, if you're going up from the side of your nose to the edge of your eye, right there is where it should end. So this one here, I actually just extended a tiny little bit when I put my colour on, because my hairs don't actually reach right to the end there. Okay, but that gives you an idea where to put your colour. But yeah, getting them waxed that way will really help you out. Okay, so yes, so sometimes I do them perfectly. Sometimes I can make a little bit of a boo-boo, but it's always fixable. Always have cotton tips, okay? They will fix everything. And of course our shadows, they're cream to powder, so you get time to do the colour and blend them, you know, fix anything you need to fix before it actually sets. And then of course when it sets, it's not going anywhere. It's budge-proof, okay? For lots of hours. All right, so I've got some rustic brown on my little palette here, and I'm going to have to use my little mirror here as well because it's way too hard to do it in the screen there. Okay, let's see. All right, so you just want to do like so some people start up the top and go down because you don't want a whole heap of color on. I just find it easier to go from the inner corner and go out, but you want to do not a whole heap of color on your brush. This is a little, sorry, I should have shown you what this is. So it's a double-ended brush. It's got your comb to brush your brows into place on one end, and it's got a little angled brush on the other, which is perfect for doing brows. Okay, so you just want to do little strokes and get that shape of where you have mapped your brows. What you can do when you do that mapping is you can put some little dots there, and you can actually join up the dots, and that makes it easier too. And you'll see in a moment what a difference this makes to my face. So your brows are really important, you know, even if you've hardly got anything else done on your face, if you have your brows done, a bit of mascara and some lippy, your face is going to look done up. So your brows actually frame your face. You can see the difference there, one side to the other. Hey Nicole, how you going? Okay, now I'm going to get this, I got to go for Drew in a tick. Just going to do the other one. This is what happens. I do one side perfectly. You can guarantee that the other side's going to stuff up. Okay. So little strokes, if you can just see little strokes like that. Fill it all in. Going down into a thin point from the peak. Okay, and then I just sort of go back and make sure that my inner As I said, they don't have to be twins. They're sisters. Hey, Di. But I just try and, you know, if you've got your inner part of your brow on each side pretty even, you know, it doesn't matter if the rest of it's not quite the same as the other side. So by doing little strokes, it's, you know, you're not getting like a solid line on your brows. It looks like you're doing more, it more looks like your little hairs that are in your brow. So it's not prominent, you know, you're just putting a bit of color into your brow. Hey Helena, how you going? How's Squamish? Oh, I missed that little pub at Squamish. Still tell everybody that that pub is our favourite pub in the whole world. So awesome. Helena lives in Squamish in British Columbia, so just out of Vancouver where my sister Andrea lives. And yeah, they have the most amazing pub, which is right on the bend of the river, you know, where all the salmon are. And we were there when it was really cold. It was actually the day before my birthday, St. Paddy's Day, so they had it all done up for St. Paddy's Day, and we had the best ribs ever. So cool. Okay, so just make sure, and if you've, you know, what sometimes stuffs up for me is the end here. If you've made it a little bit too thick, I haven't, I've kind of done well today, that's good. You can just get your little cotton tip and just fix, just gently, and if you've gone over anywhere, just make it all nice and neat. Okay, so now I am all finished and I better run because I've got like 7 minutes till school is out. Hey Sandy, how you going? Okay, so that is brows, and thanks for watching everyone, thanks for tuning in, and I will see you again tomorrow. I got to go and work on my tax again after I get through. Yes, nothing like leaving your tax till the last minute, and that's me. Every year I torture myself, every year, but that's it, got to get my tax done too. Okay, so I will chat to you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.